Okay, this is a video for releasing the back. So I've been using this because I've been doing a lot of gardening with the COVID-19. Back is a little bit overworked, let's say, and just to release the back after if it's feeling, sore. So the first thing I'll do, and I'll do this in my classes, so if you're used to coming to my class, I'll often get you to do this, is to just lie on the floor, come to the floor. So just lie on the floor. Okay, close your eyes and get a feeling for how your body is relating to the earth, which is sort of a weird concept. So we just close your eyes and go to your sacrum. So the sacrum is your lower back, so the lowest part of your back that's touching the floor. And just follow your own spine up with your imagination, with your mind's eye. Just travel up along the spine so it lifts up off the floor. And then it's sort of like a big ramp, and then it comes back down towards the floor, wherever, somewhere around the shoulder blade area maybe, yeah. Do it again, go back down to the sacrum, travel up, off the floor, get a feeling for that lift, for that arch, for that ramp, and then back down. It'll come down towards the floor, somewhere around the shoulder blade area. I mean, that's mine. Yours could be lower down, more ribs, but I can feel that I'm quite lifted off the floor in this rib area here. Okay, once more. So from the sacrum, going nice and slow, mind's eye, traveling up along the sacrum, along the lumbar discs, and then towards the thoracic discs, and somewhere your spine will touch the floor again. And just picture that ramp. So almost as if you poured plaster of Paris in under that ramp. My question to you is, which side of the spine, which side of the body, either side of the spine, is higher off the ground than the other? Which side is higher off the ground than the other? It might be slightly imperceptible, it might be massive, okay? It might be even, possible to be even. Okay, so this is the scoliosis of your spine, the dysymmetry of your spine, totally normal, but we're going to, before we do our ab exercises, we need to get rid of this dysymmetry, otherwise we'll be overworking one side of the abs and underworking the other side. So I have to sort of get rid of this difference in the two sides of the spine. Okay, and it's actually super fun. I absolutely love doing this. I never ever practice now without doing this. Okay, so there's a couple of ways to do it. Let's first of all just use the real tension releaser for the back, okay? So I'll take my legs up one by one, I'll lift them up, and I'm going to have a space between the thighs, the size of my two fists, so I can fit them between my legs. My legs are relaxed and loose. And then I'll take my hands behind the knees. So I notice when I teach this, a lot of people grab here at the front of the knees. Just try to get the hands in behind the kneecaps in holding the thighs, okay? And I'm not interlocking my hands behind the thighs, I'm just holding them separate, okay? And the arms will stay here, the hands will stay here and not move, okay? Then I'll take my right foot and I'll hook it over the left ankle, and that will tilt me over to the left, and now I'm resting on my left elbow. And the first time you do this, look at the video, and once you get it right once, you'll have it, okay? So I'm leaning on my left elbow, I'm leaning on my left buttock, I'm off my sacrum, I'm off my spine completely now, and I'm tilted on the left side of my body. And then with my hands, I'm just going to do little circles, okay? Just little circles. Now, again, sometimes we're looking in our mind, our memory, for a similar exercise. So I know all of you would have done an exercise here, yeah? In the middle of your back. It's not that. It looks like that, but it's not that. So you're rolling on your left buttock, you're not coming back to the center. I'm using my hands, probably this left hand quite a bit, the thumb, to create the little circles, and I'll let the knees drop a little bit away from my body, draw them up towards the body, and I'm sort of foam rolling the pelvic rim basically. So we end up getting very sort of caught here with the gluteal muscles, and this, if you're overworking in the garden, often this top glute area will get involved in a sort of a holding pattern. And it just doesn't feel good at all, So gluteus muscles deciding not to release. Okay, and I really enjoy this movement. It brings me to the ground, it's not stressful, it's so nourishing and nurturing for this lower back area. And don't count the circles, I don't change direction. Just breathe. You can close your eyes. Okay, and then I'll come back onto the sacrum now. You can feel sort of the shape of your back a little bit, this pelvic area, and then I'll separate the legs again. Remember, space between the thighs is important. And I'll take that left leg and I'll hook it over the right ankle, and I tilt when I do that. Yeah. And then I'm sort of using the right thumb to create these little circles. It's giving me the leverage. Keep your neck relaxed. You can support your head, of course, with the towel. Sorry, I probably said that at the start. So I'll just roll, and you'll feel, you know, a tenderness maybe. Often these piriformis sort of buttock holding tendencies, they can just be on one side, you know. So just like at the start, you probably noticed one side of your back was higher than the other. It's a little bit, you'll feel that now, the glutes, one side will be more tender than the other. Yeah. So they're all just things to notice. And all totally normal. Yeah, but this, I mean, I had some really bad hip and back problems about last August, actually couldn't walk. And this exercise just really helped to release tension that was accumulating in my lower back. It really, really helped me, along with other things, obviously, but this was probably my go-to. So any back problems, I think this is such a blessing. And I've loads of students who've just said this just saved them. Okay, so back to the center. I feel I'm on the sacrum now. I unhook my ankles, and then I'll put one foot to the floor, the other foot to the floor, one foot to the floor, and the other foot to the floor. Now, if your back is really sore, you won't be able to lie with your legs straight. Forget. You'll have to be here. But hopefully by the end of these 3 variations, you'll actually be able to lie flat on the floor. Okay, close the eyes. Let the lower back relax. You'll still feel the tilt of your spine, of your pelvis. Okay. Just breathe. There's no rush. Okay, feet back up, one at a time. The one thing I notice, as I've been teaching my daughter a little bit of this because her back's been really sore, is she tends to bring her legs up like that. This puts a huge load on the spine. So lift the legs up one at a time. Okay, really important. Okay. And then this time the legs will be together, so the thighs are together. Again, I put the hands in behind the knees. Okay, and then I am going to just draw the left leg forward and the right leg back and switch. Okay, so it's like I'm marching, yeah, with my legs forward and back. Try and keep them tracking straight. And I'm only going to the length of my arms, so I'm not letting go of my leg. Okay. I'm holding onto the back of my legs the whole time. I'm only going to the length of my arms. Forward and back. Forward and back. This just mobilizes the sacrum very gently. Good. No stress, no strain, no pushing, no forcing, no end range movement. Just going to the end of my arms, back and forward. I just thought of something really cool we can do as well. Okay, so now I'm going to stop with the left leg forward and the right leg back. And then I'm going to bring the left leg out in a circle, out to the edge of the mat, down, around and up. We'll do that a few times. So left leg. I'm doing this really slowly because I'm going to bring it together. So around in a circle. Okay, and then I'll do the right leg. So the right leg is away from my body. Bring it out to the outer edge of the mat, roll it up towards your body. Got the idea? Circles. Okay, and now with the left leg towards you and the right leg away, we'll circle the 2 legs away to the outer edges of the mat, and then they sort of switch. One comes up, one comes down, and then circles, and then switch them in the middle again. So we're just circling the legs. Now if you've got any kind of dyspraxia or you find it difficult to organize this, which I always see in a group of 10 people, there'll be one person who just starts going like this or like that, or just gets lost. Okay, so don't worry, that's really common. So just go back to one leg at a time if you need to, okay? Because we don't do this with our bodies. We don't work in this gyroscopic way. And so part of your left brain has to organise the right leg and your right brain has to organise the left leg, and that can be hard, really hard. You know, like someone with dyslexia would find this really quite difficult, might find it difficult, yeah? And I do this all the time, so I'm well used to it. But the first time you do this, you do have to sort of think to organise it, okay? And I don't mean that to sound patronising, Jesus. Okay, so right leg forward now, left leg back. And then right leg out, left leg out, and circle the opposite way. I hope it's clear. Okay, and again, don't be surprised if it's difficult to organise. You can do one leg, you know, the first time you do it, then you might go, okay, I'll try and join them together, and you might get halfway through that and then lose it again, all fine. Okay, good. One of the reasons these movements are so good for us is they actually make our brain work with our muscles. So they're quite challenging, sort of like Sudoku yoga. Okay, my arms are getting a bit tired. Alright, and then I'll put one leg down, the other leg down, one leg down, the other leg down, and just rest. Alright, just feel. Let the legs relax, the buttocks relax, the whole body. And again, don't, if your back is really sore, you won't be able to lie like this. You'll have to be here, okay? Totally fine. Don't be in any pain. Don't ever be in any pain. Especially at the moment, you know. We're under pressure. Okay, next one. One leg at a time to standing. One leg at a time up, yeah, to here. Hands in behind and legs together, okay? So in this one, you keep the thighs together and you cross the right ankle over the left ankle, okay? Yeah? And then all you're going to do is, again, draw the left leg towards you and the right leg away. So I'm drawing my left foot up towards the back of my right knee. I'm sort of feeling the back of my right calf. Just feel the back of your right calf as if you're playing footsie with yourself. Back and forward. Back and forward, just feeling, you can feel my hair legs, forward and back, good, okay, now stop where the left foot is up at the back of the right knee, or as close as it can be, okay, and then just make a little rock, tiny rock, not your biggest rock, just a little rock. So what I'm doing is sort of rocking on the pelvic rim. I'm rocking the legs towards me. It's just small, yeah? Just make sure you look at me the first time you do this. You've never done this before, just have a little look. Just a small movement. It's a very clever movement. Okay, lovely. Okay, release. Release the feet, and then take the left ankle over the right. Keep your legs touching. And again, start to feel the back of the left thigh now with the right foot, forward and back. Keep your hands behind your thighs. Don't let go of the legs with your hands. There's a little bit of technique, not much, but I just notice people do let go with their hands. Okay, forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. Okay. And then stop where the foot is behind the knee and just little small movement. Little small rock. And you won't feel anything. The whole point of this is to release tension. You will not feel anything in any of these poses, but if you've got a sore back, when we put the legs down, it's going to feel good. I had one woman, and this aggravated her. So if this aggravates your back, don't do it. Okay? Gotta listen to your body. There's never a one size fits all. Never. Bodies are complex. Okay. Alright. Release the feet, one foot down at a time. One foot down at a time. See what it feels like. When you lie down, how does the back feel? Do you feel a little bit? So let's go back to the sacrum. Let's climb up along the curve of the lumbar. It lifts off the floor, of course it does, it's meant to, and then it comes back down to the floor. So I feel like my arch of my back has lessened now. Oh, that feels good. Should really do this before Shavasana actually. Relax. Find that quiet inner breath and that quiet inner silence. So I use the breath as a bridge to bring me in, and then I sort of ditch the breath once I'm in. So bring your mind's eye, follow the breath all the way down into the stomach, into the tummy, below the tummy. And use your eyes, behind the closed lids. Let the eyes follow the breath behind the cheeks, down through the throat, down through the body into the abdomen. Okay, so you can obviously pause and stay in Shavasana if you want.